Hello everyone, I want to talk to you about a field of applied linguistics that is second language acquisition. Well, to begin with this topic, I would like to start by differentiating between learning and acquiring a language. When one acquires something, it refers naturally, that is, without much theoretical instruction about a specific subject. So it's something much more spontaneous and casual, such as watching a movie, talking with friends, and learning is something more intentional because it is when you make the decision to, for example, take grammar classes, level tests, read scientific and or academic texts, etc. Krashen argues learning doesn't lead to a question. His theory revolves around five hypotheses. The first distinction between acquisition and learning, I just mentioned what it consists of, and the second, the monitor, states that acquisition initiates or speech act in the second language, being responsible for fluency. However, learning has only one role, that of editor. Third hypothesis, the natural order. There are three types of monitor. The one who constantly abuses, right. The one who constantly abuses him to control his output. Two, those who use it in a reduced way. Three, and those who do it optimally. Optimally. Fourth hypothesis, the understandable input. The input refers to acquisition, not learning. We acquire by understanding an input that will always be at a higher level than our acquired competence. Teacher input should not be limited to input plus one only. Speaking fluently in a foreign language will appear innately, so it cannot be taught directly. Speaking skills and accuracy will develop over time by listening to and understanding more input. And the fifth hypothesis is called affective filter. These students who have high self-confidence and low levels of anxiety will be more successful in acquiring second language in contrast to those with high levels of anxiety. And the acquisition varies with respect to the level of the affective filter. Furthermore, the common European framework of reference for a language urges the importance of motivation and adequate resources to achieve language acquisition. The French language teacher must have a clear and precise knowledge of the latest studies on teaching as well as the learning of the second languages. Although extrinsic motivation is very important and is generated through the collaborative activities in teams. Um, Intrinsic motivation is the most important science since most important since continuity and progress through the acquisition of the second language will depend on it. To summarize, the possibility of providing an understandable and sufficient input together with the necessary motivation for the students to be involved in the achievement of the proposed activities and wish to participate will reduce the affective filter so that they continue to acquire more input, which leads to greater acquisition of the French language. And that's all. Thank you.